Balancing on wooden ties, walking on the tracks we went on holding, hands together, fingers interlaced, tender grasp, and never scolding. The sun was shining through the trees, and with our every step it kept our cadence. We stumbled as we kept our stay, and swaying as we tried to keep our balance. Rotten buildings in decay, the day would see them falling ever slowly, as God would see their returning to earth, and he would deem it holy. We ran as birds flew overhead and shit into the trees upon their branches. In the cool spring air it kept us there and held us still and well within our trances. The path we took it twisted, turning crooked as the forest slowly swallowed our future hopes, our dreams of times that all at once had not been hollow. As children starved on distant shores and whores were keeping people entertained, our spirits ran and we had plans to keep our souls from being stained. The clearing came around the bend, and then our digits fell from one another and fumbled for each other's clothes. The rows of fallen trees would be our cover. The first our naked bodies saw the light, the tightness turning knots inside our beings. The golden glow of newborn skin, our sins had not set in what we were seeing. We made new shapes that day, a geometry of our design and of our passions. Her stomach trembled as my nimble fingers ran where once there had been fashions, that men and made to cover over beauty and to hide what we were meant to do. Our mouths caressed the flesh upon the lands our hands had tread upon anew. Our gods have died and our mothers cried as time had made a mockery of us all. And there we lay, we stayed in each other's glance as bombs would continue to fall on children, killing them, but this was different, and we infinitely celebrated kindness. Our ecstasy and vision for this moment we could put it all behind us. But as the sun would fall and all the world would hastily come crashing on our heads, we knew our time was through and we would be evicted from where our clothes had been shed. We headed back to town, and with our heads bent down, we knew what morning held. Our memories would stay, but that's all that remained. Our ships were nearing sail. The trinkets kept in wooden desks, the mementos of time never recovered. The pocket watch, a hairbow ribbon, and a note you wrote to me when we discovered that you would soon be gone. The song you sang for me, the lyrics there were scribed. If you could have stayed for one more day, I prayed and cursed and even bribed. But life would come, and with the sun, the rise of tide would change what we had been. And with the days, the months would come, the years would change the children into men. Disease and death, the taxes we would pay, the bills would pile on our tables. But for the memories, we would cease to be the things to each other that we had been able.